Hey there, it's been a while since I've posted a video, so we're gonna do something a little bit different today. About 2 years ago, I recorded a video for a YouTube channel, that would eventually become this one. I ultimately wasn't very happy with the video that I made, and I never got around to making the channel until earlier this year. However, I recently saw something this week that reminded me of that old video I'd made, so I'm gonna share it with you today. Now, I'm a pretty big Dune fan, and it's pretty crazy that we're living at a time where it's pretty mainstream now. I love the books, I love the movies, I love the games, and the new trailer for part 2 dropped this week. Did you catch what I'm talking about? Let me show you the clip. Yes, that's right. They're playing a board game. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first in-canon Dune Universe abstract board game, as far as I know. That's so cool. I hope they make it a reality. I hope that we can buy this. I hope that they release actual rules for how to play it. I want to know what it's called. I want to know how it's played. To me, it looks a bit like Go, with these really interesting crystal pyramids. It's so cool. Well, that brings me to that old video I'd recorded. It's really not great. I've never actually played most of the games that I talk about in the video, so I really don't even know why I'm talking about them. I guess I just like making lists. But to be honest, I haven't had much time to make any videos lately, so I'm gonna make this video very quickly, and hopefully that will tide you over for a little while. Um, so please be kind and bear with me. Yes, Solitaire Legends is coming soon, and without further ado, here's that old video for the channel that was at that time called Abstracted. Well, I hope you enjoy. Take care. Hello and welcome to Abstracted, the show where we escape the BGG Top 100 and explore some of the more obscure offerings of the board game world. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 fictional games. Now these are games which originated from works of fiction but now have transitioned to reality. Either by professional designers or fans, by creating pieces and rules to fit the descriptions given from the original works. Now, the one thing I had to be careful while making this list was that a lot of board games you see in fiction are basically just fancier versions of chess or poker. So I purposely left out 3D chess from Star Trek, the hologram chess from Star Wars, and definitely Wizard's chess from Harry Potter, because they're just not that innovative or interesting. So anyways, here's my opinion. Tall card. Okay, this one makes the list more for the series that it comes from rather than the game itself. I haven't played this game, but I really, really want to because I am a fan of Firefly. Yes, this is a card game played by the crew of the Serenity from the cult TV series Firefly. It is a poker-style game, but there's still something charming about it. The best part is you can actually buy this game. It's an officially licensed product. The cards are really cool looking and round, and they've got what looks like some Chinese characters on them. There's even a card with a plum on it. Not sure what that's about, but I'm intrigued. There's also another product I came across during my research for this video that's called Firefly Shiny Dice. So if you're dying to feel like a roughneck out there in the black, you've got some options. It's Game of Thrones. As far as I know, this was never featured in the show,
but it's an abstract board game mentioned in the book series by George R.R. Martin. Now, that's enough right there to make the list. But then you look at the pictures of some of the fan creations, and it looks jaw-dropping. It looks so cool. There are different rule sets floating around here and there, so this is a playable experience. And as far as I can tell, it's kind of a chess meets Stratego. At the start of the game, you can place a screen separating your side from your opponent's, and then you can secretly arrange your pieces in any order you want. Then you take away the screen and surprise, there's the arrangement, and you have to just, go head to head. Now, there's a bunch of different types of pieces, and I just don't know why no one has tried to sell this as an official product. It seems like a no-brainer. I can't wait to make this one and try it out. It's definitely on my list of things to do in the very near future. Sabacc. This is a neat product. Yes, it's basically poker, but it's Star Wars poker. Now, in my mind, there's only two great Star Wars movies, which are episodes 4 and 5. The others are mediocre to not so great. So I'm probably not the target demographic here, but still, there's something really cool here. The fact that they tried to capture the feel of like a wholly organic game. It almost feels like a relic taken directly from the universe. And you can buy it. A really beautiful version from the Disney park, Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Now, it doesn't have product placement all over it. The cards look grungy, and I really appreciate that kind of thing. It makes the thing look realistic, like it's something that came from the universe that it's derived from. Don't just slap the Disney logo on the bottom corner of the cards. Let me feel like I'm some three-headed alien sitting right next to Lando Calrissian playing some cards. This one is also on Amazon, and I think I'm going to pull the trigger any day now. This is like the perfect example, the first game that popped into my head when coming up with the concept for this video. Back in the mid-'80s, a young man named Andy Looney liked to write science fiction stories. He self-published them in homemade zines and passed them out to his friends. Now, the story that seemed to capture the imagination of everyone the most was called The Empty City. A quick Google search will allow you to find and read the story for yourself. I quite enjoyed it. Now, there's no spaceship battles, no robots. It's just a very low-key story about a group of kids in the future playing this weird little game with pyramid pieces. Now, the game was called Icehouse, and fans asked Andy about the rules of the game, and he eventually, with the help of his friend John Cooper, created it. Andy Looney went on to work for NASA, and eventually his passion for creating games led him to create his own game company, Looney Labs. Now, they're most known for the Flux card game, but the games that interest me the most continue to revolve around these little plastic pyramids. Now, I'll read the description of Icehouse on BGG. This game doesn't use turns or rounds or anything else to break up the action. Players place their pieces as quickly or as slowly as they like in attacking or defending positions. Only when time runs out or when everyone has used up all their pieces is the game scored, with people getting points for their safe defenders and successful attackers. What's really cool is that it's not just one game. These pyramids are not just Icehouse, but it's a whole game system. Now, I bought 2 copies of Homeworlds at Target, and now I have access to hundreds of games that Andy Looney and fans have created with these little pyramids over the last 30 plus years. So we've arrived at the top 3, and I just realized that most of these games I've never played, but whatever. I promise you the top 3 I have played, and they're great. Gwent. Now, Gwent is fantastic, and that's why it's my number 3. Now, this was really the sole purpose of why I ended up playing The Witcher 3 for as long as I did. I wanted to find the cards. I wanted to grow my deck. I loved seeking out different taverns and playing with various opponents. This really made me feel a part of the world, and I love the original Gwent. Now, I would love to see a physical copy of this game to be produced. From what I understand, there are options either through printing PDFs or Etsy shops, but there's really not an official copy that you can buy, which I think is a shame. I think at one point there was, a giveaway at some point, but as far as I know, right now it's not available for purchase officially. Now, I think this is a fantastic little card game that deserves a really beautiful physical rendition. Wood boards, original artwork, little gems to keep score. Please, someone out there, make this a reality. I'm a big Avatar fan. I really do feel that its world building is on par with the Dune universe, Mistborn, Lord of the Rings, and this Game Pie show just feels so organic to the world and the story being told. It works so well. I can't give enough praise to the writers of the show. Why don't more authors do this? Give us just enough rules and a feel for the game to give the universe a little bit more flavor and realism, and then let the fans go crazy and speculate and be creative to make their own versions. Now, there is an official Nickelodeon website that allows you to play a Pie Show game online, but that's not the one that I'm going to be expressing my love for here today. The one that I love is fan-made, and it's called Scud Pie Show. This is the next game that I am going to buy as a physical copy. Now, you can go online and play this version, and it works quite well. Now, go and make your own board. Buy your own custom-made pieces. The results are stunning. Go and check it out. It's really cool. And the gameplay here really does feel like something that the people in this universe would have actually played. There's a lot of different versions of this game, fan-made, official, but I really do feel that Scud Pie Show is the best rendition. So please, go out and try this. Okay, here we are. We made it. This one wins because it's just such a good game. It works if you know the source material or if you don't. It works with gamers, non-gamers, young, old. It's also my favorite game of all time. I'm always down for a game of tack. I really like tack. I don't know what else to say. It just feels like something that's always existed. It's not every day you make a game that rivals classics like chess and Go. Those are the gold standards, and this one, I feel, totally belongs alongside it. It also happens to be from a series of fantasy books that I've never read. The books are universally praised, and maybe one day I'll get around to reading them, but the game, I feel, is mostly obscure. I don't see too many YouTube board game channels singing the game's praises, so I guess that's what I'm here to do. I'll definitely do a video only about tack, solely about tack. And in fact, I might just upload weekly gameplays, especially since I just bought a really fancy version complete with metal capstones. In conclusion, if you're creating a fictional universe, one of the best ways to make it feel real, lived in, layered, detailed, is to let its inhabitants have fun and play. Make up a game. Give us enough details that we get a sense, but not too much. And ask yourself, what do the rules say about the cultures that created them? This is just also a really fun way to let the fan base interact with the stories they love. I think fans have really come up with some really creative games here, and it makes me wish that more of my favorite stories had fictional games. Like, what if Dune, the Fremen enjoyed playing a Mancala-like game in the sand floors of the Sietches? Or in Mistborn, there could be something about the push and pull of the different metal pieces on the board. Anyways, I don't know, I'm rambling. Anyways, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Take care.